In hip-hop, the pen has a price. Behind every chart-topping hit is a writer, and behind every writer is an artist paying big money for the perfect line. Today we break down the real ghostwriter economy. From the lowest paying major artist to the one who spends more money on lyrics than anyone else, this is money behind the pen. Ghostwriting in hip-hop. Number 5. Cardi B.
These hoes bother me. They see pictures, they say
We begin with Cardi B, a superstar who built her name through personality, charisma, and massive chart hits, but those hits do not come cheap. Cardi works with writers who help her refine ideas, melodies, and full verses. Her main collaborator, Partisan Fontaine, has helped craft many of her biggest songs. And the way Cardi pays her writers is a business strategy by itself. She pays upfront fees, then she adds royalty shares. That means the writer gets money today, then they keep getting money tomorrow. If the song becomes a hit, Cardi budgets around $20,000 to $50,000 per song for writing, but the structure behind it matters even more. She pays for delivery, she pays for concepts, she pays for polishing, and she pays for long-term loyalty. Writers who work with Cardi say her team runs like a business. Every hook is tested, every verse is revised, every melody is shaped to match her energy and personality, and every version costs money. There are demos, rewrites, reference tracks, sessions that last all night. Cardi builds hits through collaboration, and her willingness to pay for both upfront and long-term earnings keeps her writers motivated. She believes if the song shines, everyone involved should shine financially. That model puts her at number 5 on this list, but her approach makes her one of the most writer-friendly artists in the entire game.
Baby, yeah, look, I don't need a rich nigga, just somebody.
A number for Diddy.
Speaking loud and clear like.
At number 4 stands Diddy, one of the most powerful moguls in hip-hop history and one of the earliest artists to openly use and pay writers on a large scale. Diddy created an era where the sound mattered more than the pen, and he built full songwriting factories to create his biggest hits. Writers like Jadakiss, Nas, the Notorious Big Loon, Sauce Money, and many others contributed to his catalog. Diddy does not buy a verse, he buys a whole record. The structure, the hook, every rhyme pattern, the ad-libs, even the emotional tone, and that work pays. Writers working on Diddy's songs have earned $30,000 to $100,000 depending on their contribution. When Bad Boy was at its peak, the writing rooms were non-stop. Producers cooking beats, writers crafting lines, engineers recording drafts, Diddy directing every detail, walks and chooses a beat, names the feeling he wants, and the writers get to work sometimes all night, sometimes for days. Diddy built an entire business around curating the best possible sound, not the best pen, not the most lyrical approach, but the biggest records he could make. His pay system rewards full creation, and his status in the industry kept writers lining up for the chance to shape them. Next Bad Boy hit.
I tell 'em watch close, nigga, jot notes. If you use my approach, you can dock both.
Number 3, Dr. Dre. Number 3 is Dr. Dre, a mastermind producer, a hip-hop architect, and one of the most expensive employers of writers ever. Dre is legendary for his perfectionism. If one line feels off, he pays someone else to rewrite it. If a flow does not match the beat, he hires another writer. If the emotional tone feels weak, he brings in someone who knows how to fix it. Dre pays around $1,000 per bar. Imagine that: 16 bars, $16,000 a hook, $8,000 to $12,000 a full song, up to $50,000 or even $100,000 in writing fees, depending on how many drafts it takes. Writers like Jay-Z, Eminem, the DOC, Royce D. 59, Kendrick Lamar have all helped Dre shape some of his most iconic records. Every song becomes a puzzle, every piece must fit, every detail must match Dre's vision, and writers get paid for every piece they add. Sessions for Dre can stretch for weeks. Drafts, Dre drafts, polishing, rebuilding, experimenting, testing the verses with different tones and delivery. That level of detail costs money, and that is why Dre sits high on this list. Few artists invest more per track than he does. Number 2, Kanye West.
Right now, Dad has forsaken us. You should be honored by my
Number 2 is Kanye West, a creative commander who built one of the largest songwriting ecosystems in hip-hop. Kanye does not use a single writer, he uses camps, rooms full of creators, poets, melody designers, producers, verse builders, hook writers, flow stylists, idea generators. Up to 20 people may contribute to one song, some offering a single line, some offering a melody, some offering an entire verse, and Kanye pays them all. Writers can earn $10,000 to $50,000 per contribution. Even if their line is small, and across a whole album, Kanye can spend over $1 million on writing credits, and contributions like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy were built in creative chaos rooms filled with ideas, whiteboards full of lines, people rewriting verses until the sun came up, Kanye pacing back and forth directing each moment, Psy the Prince, Rhymefest, Kid Cudi, Travis Scott, Partisan, Fontaine, Consequence, and many others shaped the sound of projects across decades. Kanye believes in collaboration, 100 ideas filtered down to one perfect result, and that belief has built some of the most influential albums in modern music.
And still be addicted to them hood rats. And I just blame every.
Number 1, Drake. At the top of the list is Drake, the highest paying artist for writing in the entire hip-hop industry. Drake does not just hire writers. He maintains a writing ecosystem similar to a studio company. Writers can earn $10,000 to $50,000 or more per song, and insiders say some contributions are worth even more when they involve long-term creative shopping. Writers like Quentin Miller, Party Next Door, The Weeknd in his early years, Future, Majid Jordan, and various OVO writers have contributed to the Drake sound. When reference tracks leaked in 2015, fans thought it would hurt him, but instead it revealed the scale of investment behind his music. Drake spends big because the return is bigger. Only Drake hit can earn millions streams, radio sync placements, tour moments, brand placements, and cultural momentum, so spending $30,000 or $50,000 on writing is a small investment for a global superstar whose music generates massive revenue. Drake wants the best melodies, the best flows, the best emotional delivery, and the best pen, and he is willing to pay anything to get it. That is why he stands at number 1, the biggest investor in writing in modern hip-hop history.
You need my love. I know when that hotline blink.
In hip-hop, some artists write every bar with their own hand, others work with teams that help shape ideas into hits. But one truth remains the same: hits cost money, and the bigger the hit, the bigger the investment behind the scene. This is the hidden world of hip-hop writing, the real price of the pen, the economy that most fans never see. This is money behind the pen.